Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to make history again. At least that's what WWE wants you to think with this stuff, too. It's the first ever all women's pay per view, WWE Evolution. And you know, for such a big deal for to be the first ever all women's pay per view, there certainly hasn't been a whole lot of hype into this. In fact, looking at this card with 7 matches on it, I'm only looking forward to about 1, 2, 3 matches. Yeah, maybe it'll still be good or something. I don't know. I'm Coffee Lover 239, and Healy is finally back with us after being absent from the last roundtable we did. Welcome back, Healy, and I hope you're feeling a bit better.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. It's good to be back, and yeah, can't wait to do this.
Yeah, you're feeling better from your tonsillitis. I'm feeling better from my cold, which some of you might have noticed if you saw the last bit, but I still pulled through like crazy. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. Our first match on the card is Ronda Rousey versus Nikki Bella for the Raw Women's Championship. Well, we needed a match to sell tickets essentially because before this match was announced, ticket sales weren't all that hot, but now they are because WWE knows this will put butts in seats and probably get more people to sub to the network. But anyways, at SummerSlam, Ronda Rousey defeated Alexa Bliss to win the Raw Women's Championship. Following her win, the Bella Twins celebrated with the new champion, and at Super Showdown, they announced the title defense for Rousey scheduled for Evolution, and at the same event, Rousey and the Bella Twins teamed up to defeat the Riot Squad, and yeah. And on the following episode of Raw, they rematched yet again, because we haven't seen 6-woman tag matches with the Riot Squad enough, am I right? Nah. Following the match, though, the Bella Twins turned down Rousey, and now the match has been scheduled. Healy, who do you think's gonna win?
Before I just want to say with regards to tickets, you can look at this from two ways. First, first off, this can just be seen as attracting the general audience, and that justifies the high-end ticket sales recently since it's announced. You know, you've got your UFC fans who are a bit interested in what Rousey's doing nowadays. You have the Total Bellas, Total Divas audience. They're going to be invested in what they do. But on the other side, you've got these hardcore fans who just they'd much rather have an Natalia or a Bailey or a Sasha Banks or someone who resonates more with the crowd rather than Nikki Bella, who comes across as fake sometimes. Having said that, I can't see Ronda losing right now. There's so many options of title matches with her and potential others. Like I said, we'd be right. Bailey could be someone you could look forward to facing. If they're doing a champion versus champion, they could do Ronda versus Becky Lynch. That would be an angle I'd love to see. I can't see Nikki winning. Not in a million years. I'm going with a Ronda Rousey win.
Yeah, I have to agree with you here on that. It's too early to like take her run now because I saw WrestleMania's predictions video and they said Nikki Bella win, but I'm like, no, it's too early for Ronda to lose practically. They want to give her the dominant run practically with that title. And they're gonna kind of probably have sort of the only one sort of at the moment, given what happened with the Universal title picture. But we'll address that in Crown Jewel Roundtable. And as for me, yeah, I'm going to say Ronda Rousey. There's no way in hell she's going to lose that early on. It's just, it wouldn't make any sense. Our next match is Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair in a last woman standing match for the SmackDown Women's Championship. So at SummerSlam, Charlotte defeated Becky and former champion Carmella in a triple threat to become a 2-time SmackDown Women's Champion by pinning Lynch. Following the match, Lynch turned on Charlotte, and yeah. And then she defeated Charlotte at Hell in a Cell, actually, to win the championship, shockingly. And then a rematch happened at Super Showdown where Flair won by disqualification after Lynch attacked her with the title belt. Thus, Lynch retained. So the two rematched on the following episode of SmackDown, but it ended in the oh-so classic bullshit double countout. so Lynch retained yet again. And then Paige announced that the two would have another rematch at Evolution, but in an interesting twist, we are going to have a last woman standing match. You really haven't seen too many of those in WWE. The last one I can think of actually happened in NXT when Asuka was still the NXT Women's Champion. It was Asuka versus Nikki Cross, and I could say that was one hell of a match. Who do you think's gonna win?
To consider here is NXT just does what WWE does, but 10 times better. That being said, it's got two of the best women's wrestlers on the main roster at this point, so WWE screwing this up is pretty unlikely. Becky has been a great heel as of late, ever since winning the championship, and before that too. She's had some great promos on SmackDown. Her continuous assaults on Charlotte have been borderline legendary. Just there was some footage released, I think it was earlier this week, of her attacking Charlotte at the Performance Center. Loved it, and she's been doing some great Twitter responses too. I know that's not really what WWE care about too much, but it's Becky's just firing on all cylinders, and I don't think she's going to stop here. I don't think Charlotte's time is now. Maybe they're going to save her for the Rumble, because there's been speculation and rumors of her going against Ronda Rousey. Maybe once she wins the Rumble, she goes over to Raw and challenges Rousey at WrestleMania. That seems like the most logical option if WWE want to increase ticket sales for next year's Mania. So for that reason, I'm going with a Becky Lynch win somehow. Maybe it's nefarious means, but Becky's got to get this.
Well, it is a last woman standing match, so anything crazy can happen, really. Yeah. And like I said, I probably am going to agree with you and go with Becky Lynch on this. Again, she's only just now got back the title back, like what? Hell in a Cell, which was only almost about like a month ago or so, and still, yeah, I think probably, it would be too early to take the title off of her, too, because, yeah, she just got it back again, so, yeah, you'll want to give her a good reign, too. And, yeah, Charlotte challenging Ronda. Hell, maybe that actually may main event WrestleMania, actually, given the whole other Roman Reigns leukemia situation, putting the brakes on all other plans like that. Maybe this one might. But yeah, I'll go ahead and say Becky Lynch for now. Our next match is Kairi Sane versus Shayna Baszler for the NXT Women's Championship. And this is like one of the matches I'm looking forward to. I also should have mentioned I was looking forward to Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair. I'm also looking forward to this match here and the next match that we'll talk about. For that said, let's focus on this match. So, at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 4, Kairi Sane defeated Shayna Baszler to win the NXT Women's Championship in a pretty good match. And then on the September 26th episode of NXT, a rematch was scheduled with the two for the title at Evolution. So yeah, this should be a pretty good match. Healy, who do you think's gonna win?
Straight up, no matter who wins, this will be match of the night. Kairi Sane came in from Japan, Stardom, I believe, and she's been killing it ever since, winning the Mae Young Classic. She had a whole run in that tournament, and she did that great in every single one of those matches. The takeovers she's been a part of hasn't disappointed in any of the matches. Shayna Baszler, let's just talk about her for a second, because she is a natural. Along with the other four horsewomen, obviously Ronda Rousey came in, the biggest example. Jessamine Duke and Marina Shafir, I'm not too sure how they're going to bode, but they've already debuted at NXT live events, so we'll wait to see about that. But apparently UFC superstars coming over to WWE is a good business move, because she's an absolute natural in that ring. I have no doubt this will be one of the great matches that this pay-per-view will produce. Having said that, it's imminent for Shayna, just mainly for the fact that I just don't see Kairi losing right now. So this is going to be this is going to be a match of the night. I mean, Shayna, there's rumors that she'll be called up. I'm not too sure how true the rumors are. Maybe that sets up again, this just ties into WrestleMania. Maybe this will set up Shayna and Ronda, but just all the factors going into a Kyrie win. Even though I'm predicting that none of the titles are going to change hands, so for that reason, I'm going with to lose. I don't like that, but again, it's much better if it ends up in a Baszler call-up. So I'm going to go with Kyrie to win.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you there, man. I'd have to say, yeah, in fact, those are actually the only three titles that are actually there. We saw the major women titles amidst all the rumors of women's tag titles that may or may not be announced there for something. I don't know. But yeah, I'll go ahead and say Kyrie Sane because Shayna getting called up to the main roster is going to happen sooner or later. And she's really done mostly all she can really do there. So, yeah, I just hope when Shayna does get called up to the main roster, they actually treat her well because, yeah, WWE and their track record of NXT call ups has been a little iffy to say the least. So, let's just hope for the best there. Our next match is Toni Storm versus Io Shirai in the 2018 Mae Young Classic Tournament final match. So yeah, the Mae Young Classic of this year finals culminate here at Evolution. And the two finalists we have are Toni Storm, who also done some stuff in NXT UK, and Io Shirai. Now, I have not been following the tournament all that much. I've seen some
Yeah, right.
snippets of certain matches here and there. But to tell you the truth, yeah, I really haven't been watching it all that much. I know, I try to, but time is such a constraint. There's only so many hours in a day to do things, you know? That said, I'm still looking forward to this match. Healy, who do you think's gonna win?
Oh, I heard that Tegan Knox was the replacement for Knox was supposed to be in the finals of this, but had to be replaced because of the spoiler. She got injured. I think it
Yeah.
was a broken kneecap or something like that. Getting replaced by Toni Storm, who was in the semi-finals of last year's Mae Young Classic. That being
Hmm.
said, there's a certain history of having replacements. You know, picking up the win. I'll get onto that in my next prediction. Maybe I don't know how it's going to be lined up, but a further prediction I'm going to include this reasoning. But bigger, too big a situation, a scenario for where Tony wins. Yoshirai coming in from Japan also.
Mm-hmm.
He just has a thing with like making sure that the Japanese wrestlers, mainly because they are some of the best in the world, best wrestlers in the world, alongside the US and UK. That for Io Shirai would just catapult her into the absolute main event scene of NXT. Maybe her and Kairi Singh can have some killer matches, and it will just establish her as a future star to look out for. So I'm going to go with Io Shirai for this, and Toni Storm's going to be in NXT UK, so I think she's got her own thing going, so it won't hurt her too much to lose in the final. So yeah, I'm going to go with Io for the win.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and agree with you with that too. I mean, it may seem a bit so already soon, like having them dominated, because last year's inaugural classic you had Kairi Sane win, and this year we might have another Japanese winner. Still, you can't blame them though, because they do have a lot of good wrestlers in Japan. Yeah, so I will probably go ahead and just go with Io Shirai, but I really don't think you could go wrong with either one of these two. So, yeah, on to the next match. Our next match is a tag team match with the team of Trish Stratus and Lita versus Mickie James and Alicia Fox. Now, it was originally going to be Alexa Bliss, but you'll see why they replaced her when I get to the backstory here, which is actually going to be right now. Okay, so on August 18th, a match between Alexa Bliss and Trish Stratus was scheduled for Evolution. Then on September 3rd, they made a match between Lita and Mickie James scheduled for the event. The two the last faced each other at Survivor Series 2006, where Mickie James won the WWE Women's Championship from Lita in the latter's retirement match. Then, on the October 8th episode of Raw, a confrontation between the four women occurred. It was then revealed that instead of two singles matches, Bliss and James would face Stratus and Lita in a tag team match at Evolution. However, Bliss unfortunately suffered a concussion at a house show, and needless to say, she won't be cleared in time, so Alexa Bliss has been replaced by Alicia Fox, and the replacement was made on the October 26th, which was yesterday. So yeah, Healy, who do you think's gonna win?
Oh, I mentioned earlier in my past prediction that WWE like to, swerve us sometimes and have the replacement, whether it's in a tag team or just normal 1v1, end up taking a win. I think the most notable example was AJ Styles and Finn Balor. I think AJ got the win after he had to fill in for Bray Wyatt, who was out with some sort of illness.
Meningitis.
Yeah, I think it was a thing at the time, and but here's the thing: there's been rumors circulating that WWE, being that this is a celebration of women, this whole pay per view is centered around it. They're going to be creating a women's tag team division along with the titles. And Lita, since they're in, they're still in peak physical condition. I feel they're going to be sticking around a bit longer than usual. Now, if that wasn't the case, I would have totally gone for Alicia and Mickie. But if they're looking to crown inaugural champions, maybe they even do it at the pay-per-view itself, or maybe they should do it sometime down the line. Maybe it's Survivor Series. I think that if they had Alexa, pick up the win, but it's just I can't see Alicia and Mickie, getting past Trish, Stratus, and Leah. I mean, come on, they are the closest things to legends. If there's no legends in the women division, these are the closest. No, they are legends. Let's face it, they are legends. So for that reason, I think Stratus and Lita, I don't besties that are best for business. That's a shit tag team name. Apologies for the
Yeah.
language, but yeah, for that reason, I think Stratus and Lita are going to win.
Yeah, I mean, they're both Hall of Famers, I believe, if I remember correctly. I can
Oh yeah.
quickly pull it up here. Yeah, but basically, I probably could see both of them more than likely going over, and hell, they could probably be the first ever. Like, if they ever do introduce those women's tag team championship belts later down the line, I could probably see them being the first champions in that division. Yeah, with that said, though, probably Trish and Lita will more than likely go over in this case here. Yeah, I really don't have much else to say for this. Our next match is the historic Women's Battle Royale for a Women's Championship match. Or actually, I think we should call it the Battle Royale that happened because creative has nothing for these women because can't make up his damn mind. So we have a Battle Royale. Currently, 20 people have been confirmed. And let's see here. I'll quickly go through them. For the Raw side, we've got Tamina, who's recently moved over to Raw. But we also have Ember Moon, Nia Jax, Dana Brooke, and Maria Kanellis for the Raw side. On the SmackDown side, we have the iconic duo, Billie Kay, Peyton Royce, Asuka, Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, Carmella, Lana, Naomi, Zelina Vega. And we even have some old legends returning as free agents, including the likes of Tori Wilson, Michelle McCool, Alundra Blaze, Ivory, Kelly Kelly, and Molly Holly. And the winner of this Battle Royale will get a Women's Championship opportunity. I don't know. It feels a little lazy on one hand to do this, because there's a lot of talented women in that Battle Royale. Like, you have Ember Moon, you have Nia Jax, you have Asuka, and you got all the friggin' legends as well returning. But I don't know, it's just... I don't know. Healy, who do you think's gonna win?
Oh, I'm going to rule out all the legends here, mainly just because of the fact that they're legends. I don't think they'll be returning full time. I
Yeah.
think the talent pool's become deep enough, both in NXT and the main roster, for they don't have to rely on legends so much. I know they're just doing it for the star power of the name. You've got women like Molly Holly, Kelly, Ivory. I think Ivory's in it. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
I
too.
mentioned
It's a bit
Ivory.
hazy on. Yeah, it's a bit hazy on the people involved. They're just bringing a lot of old names. I thought it was going to be Tamina since she returned. She looks like WWE built her to be really strong on that episode of Monday Night Raw on the 15th, I believe it was. So she's been rumored to be entering a feud with Nia Jax, if not already, in the near future. Looking at the names of women that could potentially win it, I don't think I'll go with Asuka. She could just say, Becky Lynch, I challenge you, and the match will be made because she's Asuka. But it's a tough one because people say Naomi. Some people are crazy enough to say Carmella or even Lana, maybe even Vega. None of them
Oh,
be something. I think I'm gonna go with the safe option. Say this because she will be a credible Rousey, and just the fact that her gimmick is great, even though it's not really had much substance. She's just a great wrestler overall, and she did build up some momentum recently. So I think I'm the winner of this historic. I put that in quotation marks because it's not really historic, is it? But the women's battle royal, I'm going to go with Ember Moon to take the win.
yeah, I'm probably gonna go ahead and agree with you here because honestly, I don't really have too much excitement for this match here. Well, I still at least have more excitement for it than the last match we're gonna talk about, but
It's basically a battle royal to get. It's just a way to get everyone on the payroll, isn't it?
yeah, everyone on the pay-per-view because we have to get them on somehow. Yeah, and I was originally said Asuka, but now looking, I don't know really. I don't, honest to God, know. Like, I'll just say Ember Moon for now, and if like at least I could see definitely Ember in the final four and probably the winner. Yeah, I mean, she at least hasn't been hurt too bad at least after she got called up, but yeah, it's probably better to go with Ember. I have saved the absolute most unexciting match of the bunch for last. Sasha Banks and Bailey, aka the Boston Hug Connection, bleh, and Natalia versus the Riot Squad. You know, it only feels like the Riot Squad's ever good for 6-woman tag matches. You know what I'm saying? That's all they were ever good for, and Absolution too, when that stable existed. Before it just faded away and classified itself as obsolete due to Paige's retirement. But that's beside the point. Seriously, though, this match is pretty much the purest filler match. It's so much of a filler match that there's not even any information I can go off of practically here from looking at the storylines part on the Wikipedia article for it. It's a damn shame because all these women are talented, and I get the feeling that the only reason Ruby Riott still hasn't quite had the trigger pulled yet with a championship reign is because Rousey is currently holding the belt, so that may be a while. Who do you think's gonna win? Heathy.
So no, I was pondering this because I genuinely kind of understand why they just throw all these talents into just one big throwaway match, right? Because Sasha Banks, I know she hasn't been here for a while. She took a leave of absence for some reason. I don't know why she left, but
I think it
I don't
was
know.
post concussion, like she had like a post concussion traumatic stress or something like that, at least if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I guess just making sure her health and her mental health, everything was in order. Bailey, they've grossly misused her, misunderstood her, just put her in feuds. I don't think she's even been in a feud for like a month or so now. Like I know she did that thing with Sasha and the counseling thing. I don't want to talk about that because
Oh
that was just
god,
absolutely
that was
that was god
embarrassing.
awful. Yeah, that was absolutely crap. And Natalia, she just feels like she's been just forced upon the fans in a way. She's just there every opportunity. When Wanda was doing her championship run, Natalia was there. I don't think they have anything for her. She probably should go back to SmackDown. That she'll be best utilized over there. Squad, they've gotten too used to losing right now. I don't think they've actually won in like a month or so. It's absolutely abysmal. They can afford another loss. Another loss would just make them look like absolute jokes. I think Bailey and Banks dynamic enables them to be able to take a loss, so they can maybe go back to this feud for maybe Survivor Series or the Rumble, or maybe God forbid they just push this until Mania. I don't think I've actually voted for a heel to win right now. It's a very face favorable pay per view.
Mm-hmm.
Becky for my
Yeah,
prediction, but
you
apart from
can
that,
see
I've just
that.
gone. Yeah, I've just gone all faces right now. So I think I've just got to. I've got to switch it up a bit, and it makes a bit more sense that they have to get some momentum on their side for like whatever tag team thing they're going to be doing for Survivor Series. So I think the Riot Squad are going to win.
Yeah, this one, I don't even know if I want to throw anything down. I genuinely am just not interested in this match in the any way, shape, or form. But I gotta think of something here. I don't know, really. I'll just say the Riot Squad for now. Really, it's just to throw something down, to say at least predict something for this. Really, this is probably the least exciting match of the bunch, and certainly the least one that at least I'm looking for. That I'm not looking forward to this match a whole lot. And yeah, so that'll do it for that. And that's pretty much gonna do it for the entire card for WWE Evolution. I really wish there was a bit more hype going into the show. I mean, the three matches that I am excited for, they should be pretty good. And hopefully everything else at least turns out alright. Yeah, I kind of wish there was a bit more hype into this show, but what can we do? Once again, I want to thank Healy for being here, and it's glad to have you back.
To be back. I hope to be here next week. I mean, I should do. Hopefully, bearing the tonsillitis doesn't return. But yeah, it's been a good chat about evolution.
Yeah, and with that, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here, and we'll see you guys next for the lovely little event that is Crown Jewel. Ooh boy, that one is gonna be real crazy to talk about.